Dobar dan. Dobar dan. Dobar dan.
Dobar dan.
Excellent. So, first of all, congratulations to all of you who made such efforts to get our Slovenian Cultural Garden back and running again. While some other ethnicities just made theirs just now, or they still need to make them, we have, as we heard about it, ours for a very long time, and it's nice to hear about all the ideas and the future plans that you have for it. In a few days, European Union, is celebrating the European Day of Languages with more than 700 million other speakers. Slovenian language has only 2 million native speakers, but it's rich and it has a great history that spans all the way to Freising monuments, so Brižinski spomeniki, first Latin script, continuous text in Slavic language, and the oldest documents written in Slovenian language. They were copied at that point in time, so they were written earlier in the 10th century already. If you look at the monuments, schools, streets, squares, and so on in Slovenia, there are rare that are dedicated to politicians or army leaders. There are of writers, poets, linguists, historians, translators, educators, scientists, people who fed the Slovenian culture in the broadest and narrowest sense, who made it possible for Slovenians and Slovenian language and culture to survive all these years. In the garden, they knew that when they set up their monuments. Right here, you have Father Friedrich Baraga, the snowshoe priest who knew how to connect with the Native Americans, made precious dictionary and grammar book of Ojibwe language. He translated about 100 hymns into their language, and they still sing them to this very day through his translations. It was of an immense importance for him to communicate in culture and language where he was a minister. Then we have Simon Gregorčič, a priest and considered the first lyrical poet in Slovenian language, who wrote love and patriotic poems in the time when that was considered almost a heresy both by the church and politics of that time. His ode Sochi was a premonition of terrible times that came to Primorska region. At the time that this monument was erected here, a third of Slovenia was under Italian fascist regime. The people who created the garden knew exactly why they put him in among other great ones. On there we have Ivan Cankar, Slovenian writer, playwright and poet, considered by many the greatest Slovenian author, but surely the most translated Slovenian ever. He brought Slovenian language written form into the modern of that time. Slovenian National Library at St. Clair Avenue has 15 of his first editions, which shows that immigrants to the United States cherished not only the classics, but at that time, the modern Slovenian works. And finally, we have Ivan Zorman right there, Slovenian American poet and composer, coming to the United States when he was only 4 years old, immersed himself into Slovenian language and culture in the Slovenian other big city, Cleveland. We got to know him much more this year through the lecture by Mojca Slak at the Slovenian Cultural Day celebration at St. Vitus. He was also a big contributor to the Slovenian Cultural Garden and got his bust in 1959, the last one that was added. I think that it is time to add more. It is time to celebrate our culture. I am extremely glad that so many of you showed up. You are a part of this revival and a part of this important site. Thank you.